This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. 5 years ago, deep in a bear market, a group of traditional finance experts founded BitGet, and they've been building ever since. Now, with 20 million users worldwide, BitGet is committed to helping users trade smarter by providing a secure one-stop crypto investment solution with copy trading, future trading, and spot trading. Your security is their priority, and BitGet has one of the largest protection funds in the industry, with US $300 million to cover potential trader losses from unforeseen events that are not due to misconduct from the user or platform. BitGet wants to inspire everyone to embrace Web3, so if you're new to crypto, learn more at the BitGet Academy with free blockchain courses, crypto guides, cryptocurrency trading strategies, and more. Or for the experienced investor, trade smarter with daily access to institutional-grade crypto market intelligence and trends analysis with BitGet Research. I've put links to BitGet Research and the BitGet Academy in the show notes, so get amongst it or simply go to bitget.com. Thank you to BitGet, and now it is on with the show. My guest today is Sebastien Borget. Sebastien is the co-founder and COO of The Sandbox, a decentralized creative playground. Welcome to the show, Sebastien.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today, Andy.
It is a pleasure. Let's do what we do at the beginning of the show, Sebastien. It would be cool if you could please introduce yourself. I'd love to hear just a little bit about your background, your personal and professional story, what you've been doing in the lead up to, co-founding The Sandbox.
Yeah, it's been now 16 years that I've been an entrepreneur together with my business partner, Arthur Madrid. We co-founded three other company. We had two successful exits, always in the space of new technologies. We've always been pioneers, early adopters of technology. So we started back in the day in peer-to-peer BitTorrent. Then we sold that company in 2008, and we funded one of the first online media streaming platform where people could access their photo, video, and music in the cloud and share them with their friends. Sold that company 2 years later, and then started in a first mobile game studio in 2011, which was free-to-play game studio using brands and IPs to create story-driven games, as well as the first mobile version of The Sandbox. It grew as a large success, and it has been acquired by Animoca Brands in 2018, becoming part of that bigger group. And since then, it's been already 5 years that we are building the new version of Sandbox as a 3D virtual world, a multi-platform, decentralized world where people can make their own content, their own 3D experiences and games, share them, own them, monetize them the way they want.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sebastien. And I suppose it'd be useful then if you, just describe a little bit more about what the Sandbox is. What's the vision for the Sandbox?
So our vision, as always, and I think we really keep the same vision since we started in 2011, is like, how do we empower anyone to become a creator? And we want to leverage technology to do so. And we feel we started on mobile. Back then, what's new was like touchscreen, and just the ideas you can create your own games, your own content just by the touch of your fingers is very powerful. You don't need any coding, you don't need any programming language or specific skills. It's very accessible to everyone. And we applied the same since 2017 as we work on the new version of Sandbox, bringing a no-code game maker where you just drag and drop the content you create using voxels. Voxels being like those 3D cubes like Minecraft or Legos, digital Legos.
Yep.
And the power of that is like, because it's so simple, you don't need to read a user manual. It's very intuitive and yet very versatile at the same time, because you can make things so basic, but also things that are very like work of art, very detailed, like complex. So that was a great range of variety and diversity of content. And today we continue to empower people to bring to life their imagination, making much more than games, like social hubs, social experiences, art galleries, virtual concerts, educational classrooms, and everything in between, tourism, museums, work, and so on. It's quite exciting to see what people are doing with Sandbox and how it's been driving the adoption of like new allowing people who never thought they could be a creator to become a creator and share the content they love.
Yeah, one of the things that you say on the website, Sebastien, is you describe it, or the sandbox is described as an expression of culture, which is, yeah, that's a nice way of saying it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that set Sandbox quite unique is basically this idea that we are much more than a gaming platform. Like the kind of content you find on Sandbox, it touch like different culture and vision of the world. It brings fashion, it brings sport, it brings music together, entertainment, media, celebrities. And we love to be a platform where people can express themselves through their digital identity, through the kind of content they share, the cause they support, the fact that there's a growing number of experience that the more you play, the more you collect digital assets or buy the NFT, the more you actually give to support charities like Red Cross, Actions Against Hunger, the Little Prince, and so on. It's just an example, but there's been experience around like supporting LGBTQ plus communities, supporting inclusivity of women in the space, or showing like, I don't know, Indian culture, Chinese culture, Turkish culture, their heritage, their museum, their architecture, their tradition, their food in the form of gamified experiences. And it creates something that's also appealing new users, new audiences, and again, like makes Sandbox quite unique.
Yeah, very much so. Tell us a little bit about how it would work then, Sebastien, because you can see if you go to the sandbox, go to the website, and you can see there's all these different brands, everything from music brands like Deadmau5, there is Snoop Dogg, then there's media brands. Personalities, there's gaming franchises, like comic book IP, lots of different activations, I suppose. So just talk us through, like, I don't know, like a case study almost, if you like, as to what a partnership with one of these brands would look like, or how it would work, and how they would kind of set up in the sandbox and roll out whatever it is they're doing.
Yes, absolutely. So at Sandbox, even though we are the core of Sandbox is being a user-generated content platform. Like anyone can become a creator, share their content. But we saw an early interest from brands who jump in, and that was being triggered by our strategy of licensing, partnering with them officially, and onboarding them, becoming like the go-to platform for any brands who want to enter Web3, metaverse, and have a concrete utility and access to a very creative audience. So indeed, in the entertainment sector, we brought celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Steve Aoki, and then entertainment movies or like The Walking Dead, Care Bears, Rabbids, Ubisoft, and many others in fashion, Gucci, Lacoste, etc. And they are the first step as they enter to Sandbox is actually they acquire land on our map. So we have a finite map of 166, 164 land in total. Each one is unique. It's an NFT on the blockchain. And that virtual land is actually it's a space that you can use to publish your experience and make it available to other users who can access it with their avatars. And the power of this map basically is like it creates a new social discovery layer, like the location of your land next to certain brand and celebrity, the fact that you can move from one to another as you're the neighbor of a celebrity or of a bigger brand with your avatar, the fact that we curate brands together in land sales that we call neighborhoods. Instead of selling the whole map at the beginning, we sell it slowly over time, curating the best brand to create different vibrant, attractive neighborhoods by thematic or by region of the world. Also shaped really this unicity of Sandbox, the fact that it's a very cultural world, and the idea that brands are excited to be next to each other as part of a thematic or region of the world. When we launched Bharatverse, representing Indian culture, we brought together 25 brands from Bollywood music and movies like Shemaru, Ungama, Eros Now. And we did the same in Turkey, and we did the same in the US with Cinema Live. There was Lionsgate, Skydance, Bunny J with Peaky Blinders and Black Mirror, or in music with Warner Music and so on. So it's really exciting, and people love to buy virtual land to become the neighbors and then build their experience, launch it next to next to them. So that's the first step. Once they have a land, the brands are going to start building with us. So they will either work with the Sandbox team directly, or they would choose one of the studios into our ecosystem. There is more than 250 studios that we certified for their skills around the world that can build exciting experiences for them, from social hub to full games. They publish it on their land. Then they also launch sometime an avatar collection. An avatar collection is a unique collection of 2,000 to 10,000 single NFT, each one being different, that you can use as your main identity to enter the metaverse, enter the brand experience, but also all the other experiences, hence showing that you are part of the community, getting access to specific experiences, specific rewards, and promoting the brand. And ultimately, some brands, they also have much more. They have game jams, which are competition where they open themselves to co-creation with their community and fans, to let them tell their own stories, their own adventures, featuring their official content. Overall, brands are really excited to see the creativity of our audience and the engagement time of our audience on Sandbox, where on average a user will spend 30 minutes to 1 hour in an experience. There's a lot of attention time if you compare to traditional social media, where they spend 5-10 seconds per post and they move to the next one. How do you engage, share your brand value, share a message, try to convert a user in your community in such a short amount of time? Whereas in the virtual world, you have a lot of both the room space to create an ambience, to get them to discover, to explore, to take their time. So it's a very different approach that brands love.
Yes, I'm sure that they do. And, of course, when people think of something like the Sandbox or Decentraland, NFTs, they think metaverse. And of course, Sebastien, in 2021, we had this, I guess, a global hype wave around everything metaverse, NFTs. Since then, we've had a little bit of a 2-year bear market, really. I'd just be interested in, what that has been like for you guys as you kind of keep going when the hype cycle inevitably kind of fades away. I'm sure it will come back. But what has that been like kind of building through the bear market?
So I like to think it doesn't matter bear or bull. We started Sandbox back in 2018. It was already what people call a bear market. And we focused only on shipping the product for the creators, enabling them to really express their creativity and start launching their content on blockchain. And we continue to do so over time. And ultimately, what we see is there are still brands going and coming to Sandbox and launching almost every week. So maybe they don't make the news every time we introduce a new partner, but we have all those brands from different regions of the world who are excited to jump on our platform. And we're here to really encourage them, onboard them, make sure that they are satisfied with entering the first step into Web3, and also teaching them about what is Web3, how they can continue to engage their audience afterwards once they launch their first NFTs, and so on. So overall, what we like to say is the metaverse is not dead. We keep building, we keep grabbing more users, more brands, expanding to new regions of the world as well, because the world is not flat. It's not because maybe US or Europe has slowed down that Asia is all the hype. Actually, for the last 12 months, most of our growth actually came from Asia, countries like Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, Turkey, India have been driving a lot of users to Sandbox. So that's something like uh, for us it's important like to have a strategy where we are closer to the brands, closer to where the audience are more receptive, and the adoption is actually happening.
And can you share any kind of user metrics on well, users, yeah, like in terms of I don't know, in anything that you're prepared to share, really, and how long people stay in the sandbox and what they're doing, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So we just passed the 5 million users on Sandbox with a wallet, which represents like a 20% year-on-year increase. So definitely no slowdown in metaverse adoption from our perspective. We just passed the 800 partners in our ecosystem. We have the brand studios at MC that represent a 10% year-on-year increase as well. We opened publishing on Sandbox 2 months ago to a little bit to all the landowners, and we have over 24,500 landowners on the Sandbox. And in the space of 2 months, we've already seen over 300, I think even 360 experiences that are live on the map made by those creators, published that people can come and play with their avatar. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting to see like how we're seeing more and more content, and the fact that there is more content means also like people have more things to do on Sandbox, so they can spend more time to explore, and actually that's reflected in the 62-minute average daily play time that we have seen, and that is also an increase of 22% year on year. Not many people realize, but actually Sandbox still a platform in early stage of development. We consider ourselves in an alpha stage, actually. We've launched the creation tools, but we didn't have a lot of content available for people to play. Like we had just a few, one event at a time. And so once people had finished playing that event, they had nothing much to do. And now like they definitely have a lot of content to explore on this map, and it will keep growing over next year, specifically as we ship major product updates and we continue to support creator with a new creator fund that we introduce, 100 million Sand Game Maker Fund that will reward the creators that bring new users to the platform, to an engagement pool, or to publish on their land. But 2024 should keep driving like audiences of creators mostly. And we think like 2025 will be what we consider the public opening, version 1 of Sandbox, where the mobile version will be alive and anyone can play from anywhere, anyone can create, and like we can enter a faster growth.
Sounds exciting. I also saw on the website in the Sandbox docs, you have something, it's called an impetus for metaverse jobs. And then so you kind of have this little piece about how there's all kinds of new jobs developing in the metaverse, from full-time to part-time, casual to competitive gaming, content creation, guidance, virtual real estate, goods ownership and management, and much more. How fast do you see this kind of trend taking off? And do you think eventually people will be able to, just kind of pick up, as you say, casual part-time roles and dip in and out of different metaverses?
Absolutely. I think like the creator economy here is essential, and it will really drive a million of new jobs for the metaverse. Like not only content creation, such as like fashion designers, architects, web designers, and so on, but also jobs that relate to community management, to hospitality, welcoming players, supporting players within those experiences, curating content from different creators and putting them into virtual shops, making people discover experiences, streamers, event organizers, ticket resellers, even virtual land resellers. So for us, like being able to train people to have like all those different skill sets and make them discover that it's actually a job that can drive a revenue because like all the assets they earn, they create, or they buy, they can sell them and potentially turn it into a revenue stream is going to contribute to our overall digital economy. And that's a very positive skill as well that people can learn as they enter a platform like Sandbox. They start to learn the notion of like financial understanding a few basic principle of finance, saving, earning, etc. And it can drive a portion of revenue for people no matter where they are in the world. So like people from India, from Turkey have a chance to earn as much as people from other countries as well. It's a great equalizer. We wish that it will drive more opportunities and great success stories that we share on our website as we keep empowering people, training them, giving workshops, having streamers, and also partnering with various education academies, schools around the world. We see a lot of interest in different countries from various schools, universities, or academies that want to teach Sandbox to prepare their students for the future.
Yes, indeed. Very, very good. All right. Well, look, as we start to finish off, Sebastien, you know, what is next? What is coming up in the product pipeline for the Sandbox, and you know, what do you see happening in, I suppose, the years ahead as well? Just lay out any thoughts you have on how these virtual worlds start to evolve as more and more users come in, as adoption increases.
Yeah, we keep a very positive outlook on like our ability to keep growing the metaverse and like attract more and more users. Specifically, the arrival on mobile will enable like I think like even more audiences to discover the kind of experiences that are on the platform, and then like then allow them to maybe be inspired, and if the creation tools are that accessible, they will be able to make their own content. We feel like the speed of technology, the improvement that we brought recently on the new game maker. We launched just a week ago a new version of our game maker called 0.9 that's like really drastically added a lot of very powerful possibilities for the creators, like a new role system, like the game maker, multiplayer, collaborative or competitive rules that are pretty fun. Will drive more excitement for the players, will drive more inspiration for the creators. That's what we want to keep doing over time, and hopefully it will take off.
I'm sure it will. All right. Well, look, Sebastien, it has been a lot of fun talking to you today. Thank you for coming on the show and talking about the Sandbox. Just to finish off, you know, for people that haven't experienced the Sandbox, what should they do? Where should they go if they wish to do so?
So you can definitely join www.sandbox.game, create an avatar for free, and from there, like start exploring, or buy an avatar, for example, where you from one of the 19 official collections if you want to customize and be part of a community, or follow us on Twitter, on Discord, and be part of the. We hope to see you become part of the community, start creating by downloading Game Maker, and hopefully like build together the future of the metaverse.
Awesome. Build together the future of the metaverse. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Sebastien. All the best, and bye for now.
Thank you so much, Andy, and see you everyone in the metaverse. Bye all.
Oh, this is a full-time job. Crypto markets really are 24/7. Oh, Elon's tweeted again about Dogecoin. I don't have the time to research the technical indicators of Dogecoin. What are you doing?
I just use CopyTrader on BitGet. One click and I'm copying the trades from an experienced crypto trader. Then it just gives me all the time in the world to watch my favourite Netflix shows and do all my favourite activities.
I've been up for 24 hours, I've had 16 cups of coffee, 8 energy drinks, and that bird noise is getting on my last nerve.
I think you need to go to bed.
Yeah, I need to go to bed.
Hands off, gains up. Start copy trading on BitGet.
All right, there you go. That was Sebastien from The Sandbox. We reach the end of another show. I think this is the last show that we'll publish for 2023. I think that is probably going to be the case. So if you're listening to this, it's probably, as this publishes, be about the 22nd of December. So going to have a week or two off, go on holiday. Of course, we'll have Christmas in between. And then we'll come back ready and focused for a big 2024. A lot is happening, of course. So really are expecting to see the approval of those Bitcoin spot ETFs in early January. Then we'll be looking forward to the Bitcoin halving in April. So look, I mean, expect volatility, but I think it is going to be, an interesting year. Of course, unstable macro backdrop. At the same time, AI is taking over. Runaway AI is, how many years away? I don't know. Crazy times in the world. Can you believe it? Here we are living in the future. 2023, we're counting down, and 2024 incoming. Well, from me to you folks, please do have yourself a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all that stuff. I hope you do get some time off, spend some time with your family. Go for a swim, get some sun or some snow, depending on what the weather is like where you are. Anyway, thank you so much, folks, for listening to the Crypto Conversation this year. And we'll see you real soon. As I say, I'll be back in January. Until then, this was the Crypto Conversation for Brave New Coin.